All right, let's dive right into this explainer and systematically dismantle the broken creator economy. We're going to reveal exactly how physical production acts as the ultimate, unkillable marketing engine. If you've been watching the cultural landscape shift lately, you know the old models are collapsing. But what replaces them? Well, today we're looking at a completely new framework. It's this brilliant structural fusion of physical sanctuaries, cinematic production, and blockchain economics.
Think about it. We live in an era of infinite digital noise, right? And ironically, that has made concrete, physical reality the most valuable asset on Earth. AI has made digital content infinite. Literally, anyone can generate 1,000 images in a minute. Because of that, value has shifted entirely back to the real world. You cannot download a sanctuary. You absolutely cannot fake an actual physical room where real people gather.
So, let's move right into Section 1. The digital ghost era ends.
The contrast here is night and day. For years, legacy gatekeepers extracted billions in value, while leaving the actual creators as nothing more than digital ghosts, just chained to an algorithm. The artists built the culture, but the platforms hoarded all the wealth. But now, a sovereign creative renaissance is replacing that. And this isn't just about tweaking an algorithm, it's about fundamentally shifting who owns the value.
Here is the core wound that sparked this entire movement. 50 million creative professionals built the value of the internet over the last decade, but they were only paid once, and that's if they were paid at all. The platform became worth billions. The artist went home empty-handed. The era of the extractive middleman is officially over, replaced by a sweeping cultural call to arms.
Moving on to Section 2, Ignition through Physical Assets. Enter our ignition vehicle, wyrd whiskey and the Labrys pendant. You see, the creator economy argument is often way too abstract to really rally a viral movement around. But this transitions that theory into a concrete asset you can actually hold in your hand and taste. It's an authentic cultural object reclaiming the erased 7,000-year history of women distillers. And let me tell you, concrete objects fundamentally outshine abstract arguments every single time.
From a business perspective, this is a massive game changer because it avoids equity dilution completely. Instead of giving away pieces of the Wyrd Cafe platform just to raise capital, 12 culturally aligned founding partners secure their €25,000 investments against physical appreciating cask assets. So the platform gets the capital it needs to ignite, but the equity, it remains completely untouched in sovereign.
And this physical asset completely alters the traditional marketing playbook. The Labrys pendant isn't just a piece of metal on a bottle. It's a physical membership token that turns every single bottle into a tribal declaration of belonging. Physical production acts as the primary marketing engine here, completely bypassing those annoying interruptive ads. The culture itself makes the whiskey necessary.
Okay, Section 3, Creative Power Without Gatekeepers.
You have to look at this staggering contrast. Hennessy famously spent $20 million on their Seven Worlds campaign. $20 million! Meanwhile, Wyrd is delivering Ridley Scott-level cinematic ambition for less than $1 million. It is a complete paradigm shift in production economics. It absolutely proves that human creative vision, when it's amplified by AI and freed from middlemen, can produce world-class work for a fraction of legacy costs.
So how exactly do they achieve this? Well, they actually use miniature, handcrafted dioramas, parallax compositing, and incredibly smart AI-enhanced pipelines. Combine all of that with decades of directing expertise, and you can build sprawling cinematic worlds like massive epic battle scenes without the bloated Hollywood overhead. The absolute key takeaway here is that the production is the marketing. Rather than spending millions trying to buy attention through interruptive ads, the superior production value of the founding film becomes a self-funding demonstration of creative power. It's a true story reclaiming history, which just inherently commands attention so much better than manufactured lifestyle brands.
Let's look at Section 4, the AI Clean Room Reframe.
These gorgeous physical sanctuaries, like the transparent wyrd Cafe, they aren't just hospitality place. Not at all. They are high-fidelity, clean rooms for AI development. Where legacy investors just see a coffee shop, this ecosystem sees a data intake point. They function as the social infrastructure where a local creative network actually gathers to build. And this right here creates a massive gap in data quality. While OpenAI and big tech are forced to train their models on the scraped, noisy, anonymous internet, this model is entirely different. It captures data directly from professional human-AI collaboration inside physical rooms. The data is time-stamped, it's identity verified, and it's completely clean.
Ultimately, the rarest commodity in the post-AI world is not intelligence, it is verified human intent. Because it happens physically in a room, it simply cannot be scraped by a competitor with a massive crawl budget. It is permanently owned. The physical room creates this permanent, unrepeatable data mode that digital-only platforms literally cannot cross.
Which brings us to Section 5, building the unreplicable moat.
Sure, competitors can fork a piece of code in a weekend, but they cannot fork a physical community anchored in global, real-world embassies. These physical sanctuaries are what transform casual digital audiences into verified, active community participants. You're moving people from being passive scrollers into high-value citizens of a creative ecosystem. Now, this is where the monetization model just flips completely on its head with immersials. By weaving brands seamlessly into evergreen content, like music videos right at the point of creation, immersials transform how commerce works. The studio produces the art at no cost to the artist. Brands pay to be authentically integrated, entirely replacing traditional advertising strategies with genuine cultural objects.
All right, Section 6, the 6-step retail sequence.
This phase roadmap proves that community loyalty is built and waiting long before a product ever hits mainstream retail shelves. Step 1 locks the legal structure. Step 2 secures ignition capital with zero equity dilution. Step 3 sparks cultural momentum through film production. Step 4 rewards those founders. Step 5 launches commercial volume. And finally, by Step 6, mainstream retail and physical hubs open to an audience that is already totally mobilized.
The sheer genius here is that the model is self-funding by design. By integrating government film rebates, which basically act as non-dilutive infrastructure funding, with physical whiskey sales, this sequence creates immense financial momentum. The production spend that triggers the film rebate literally builds the physical studio and cafe. Every creation funds more creation in an infinite loop.
As the quote perfectly states, "You can fork our code, but you can't fork our community." If you are presenting this case to prospective partners who are focused on long-term sovereignty, this is your anchor. When you own the physical customer relationship and you capture high-fidelity human intent right at the source, you build an impenetrable, unkillable modern brand.
So, I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. The era of the middleman is dead. AI has democratized execution, and blockchain has democratized trust. The old structures that sustained millions of creators have collapsed inward, and they've left a vacuum that only physical reality can fill. So will you remain a digital ghost whose value is extracted to feed an algorithm? Or will you step into the room and participate in the new sovereign culture fabrication ecosystem?